1, 2, 3. A Zach DeWolf's video for thee.
Hey guys, it's Zach here, and we're doing a special mission today. Me and my best friend Petunia are going to Motor City Furry Con. And months after the convention is her birthday, and I wanted to, for her birthday, make her a fursuit. But then I realized if I give her the fursuit on her birthday, the convention will be over and she won't get to wear it out probably for another year. So I decided I'm going to give her an early present she will not be expecting. But there is some problems with this fursuit plan. I need to know her head size so I can properly make the suit, and I don't know what character she would want into a suit. She already has a Blue Moon fursuit that she made for herself, and her other main character is Petunia the Rainwing. But that's less a furry thing and more a Wings of Fire thing. And she also has a dino mask of that character too. So to solve these problems, I had to go on a secret stealth mission. The first thing I said was, "Hey, Petunia, I might make you a cat mask for your birthday. Do you know your head size?" And she was like, "Oh no, let me go measure." Then boom! First question answered, and she was none the wiser. Then I waited several more days. "Hey Petunia, here's a hypothetical for you. If you could have your fursona or any of your characters made by any fursuit maker in the world, what character would you choose? And which maker?" Then to make it seem less suspicious, I answered first, saying I would love Zach to be made into another fursuit, even though I already have one of him. And I would get it made by maybe Lemon Brat, maybe Knittin' Kitten, I don't know. Then Petunia said, "Oh, probably Blue Moon, but I don't know actually, because I already have a fursuit of her that I made. I don't know." And then she just left it at that. Didn't answer either one of my questions. Not her fault, she didn't know I was trying to secretly make a present. So then I said, a little less sneakily, "Oh yeah, you do already have Blue Moon. Do you think you would get one of her, or would you want one of your other characters because you already have one?" Even though she already kinda answered that question, I just needed to know. I needed to push this. And then she was like, "Oh, I guess I would probably go with Fate. She's another character of mine that I really like, and I wouldn't mind having a fursuit of her." Ding, 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 ding! All questions answered. And I'm glad I asked, because Fate was definitely not on my radar. And if I didn't ask, I probably would have just made her Rainwing OC. This is Fate, by the way. I'm really glad she picked this one because I already have all the colors to make the fursuit. So that saves me some money. Then I went online, I found this really cute, really well affordable fursuit base, and bought it. And that's as far as I got right now. It'll be here in a couple days, but by the time you're watching this, it'll already be done. Right here is the secret package, the tool, the main ingredient. I covered my tracks well. At one point, I actually almost looked into buying this exact mask for a Zach suit, but it's not for me. Hey Maisie, what do you think of your new friend?
Oh, I like it.
It'll be worn sort of like this. And to recap from the previous video, I secretly got her head size and which fursona she wanted. Alright, I'm in my secret, top secret base, aka my, workshop. But this is her character, Fate. And I'm so glad she picked this one because I already have all the colors and I don't have to buy anything, which is awesome. Alright guys, I worked on it a little bit. It has the ears. And remember, it's flipped because the camera is mirrored. Since I don't want this video to be too long, I'm just gonna cut back in once I'm like 100% done with this. And then the next video after this will be the grand reveal to my bestie. Hey, so guess who changed their mind? Here's the progress. I patterned it a little bit, and now I'm going to cut it off and put it on some paper. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so I got some eyes in there. Pretty cool. Here is the reference for comparison. And I'm also starting to work on sewing stuff like the eyebrows. It's not really a good example, but it'll look better when it's done. Alright, sewing's done, let's glue. And there we go. It's not fully done yet, of course. I still gotta line the eyes and the mouth and the ears and back of the head and neck and stuff. But the face is furred. Hooray! Alright, we're making some good progress here. I got the eye lining, the lashes. I tried to spray the eyes with a little bit of Mod Podge, and it kind of messed with the pink, but I fixed it. It's got the mouth. All is well. Okay, some more progress. I've got the fursuit. I've patterned the ears. I've cut out all the pink. Still need to do the purple and the gray. I messed up her eye. It broke because I was trying to trim the inside, and I ripped it. So I need to redo the X eye, because right now it's just glued so it can look okay right now, but I'm going to completely remake that eye. But we got some good progress. I'm sewing up the ear as we speak. Boom! Alright, I officially got the ears done. I didn't really have a perfect match for the inside of the ears. It's like a grayish purple in the art. I only had this like lavenderish purple that I just had left over from a project that didn't work out. I still gotta remake that eye because, you know, it's damaged. But the head front is pretty much done. The only thing I really have left to do is I want to airbrush some details around the eyes and nose. And then it's pretty much done. I just have to do like the back of the head, because that's not nearly done. And then also the neck. I'm debating whether or not I want to put like dots there. I mean, they don't have that. But that could just be like a design detail Petunia forgot to put in there. I don't know for sure though. Weird. I don't know. I think I'll probably leave it, and if she wants them, she can add them herself. But I think that's about as good. I know the ears are a tiny bit, like, not symmetrical, but that's the best I'm going to get right now. Because I would have to really... I don't have time to redo it, is what I'm saying. The convention's in, like, a day and a half, and or, like, 2 days-ish, and I just don't have time to be redoing these ears, so... They're gonna be like that. I don't know what to tell me or Petunia. She's just gonna have to do. She'll be happy with this. She'll be thrilled with this. Hopefully. I hope I don't make her like cry. I really hope it, because I made her this like letter, and well, here's the thing. Her character's name is Fate, and we were just talking the other day, being like, oh, how we met, blah blah blah. Because she has this like little pin that she made in like a class of some sort, I think. And it was a Therian pin, and we talk about it all the time because she almost didn't make it. Make the pin, because she was like debating, like, should I do it, or is it like, cause she didn't want to get bullied, right? So she's like, oh, should I make it? And she's just like, you know what, screw it, I'll make it. And that is the exact pin that even got me to talk to her. She just happened to be in one of my dad's classes, and I'm just like, oh, she seems like a weird person like me. So I'd like, as she was leaving, or as the class wrapped up and she was getting ready to like head out, I was like, oh, I wonder if she has any like cool pins on her bag, because I saw she had pins. So I was like, oh, does she have like any pins I recognize? And then I saw that Therian pin. I'm like, oh, she's in my little furry Therian circle. She probably knows some of that stuff. So I was just like, hey, I like your pin. And then we started talking. We exchanged YouTube channels, and we didn't really become friends right away, because to be honest, I thought she was like 14, and I didn't want to be a creepo. But she would comment on my videos, and I would just occasionally like heart them or like comment. But again, I just didn't want to get like too involved with her, because I thought she was like 14. But we ended up going to Motor City. But then I found out she was going to Motor City FurCon. I'm like, wait, that's 18 up only. And then I went with her. Not only was she not 14, she's like 20 like me. I'm 21, she's 20. So it was really funny. But after that, we kind of exchanged contact. And we've been best friends like pretty much ever since, because we've been back and forth. But it's crazy, because if she didn't make that pin and I didn't say anything, we would have never, like, talked to each other, like, ever. And it's insane. Like, we were talking about, there is so many things that we could have just one little decision that would have made it like we wouldn't have met at all. And it's like an insane butterfly effect. So in this little letter, I talk about that. I talk about her being my best friend. And I'm like, oh, it's almost like fate that we met. And then the letter's like, by the way, speaking of fate, because her character is named Fate. I'm like, by the way, speaking of fate, I want you to open your present, because I want to see you try on your new thing of the character of the same name. I word it really cool. I hope when she opens it, she's gonna be like, oh, you didn't. You made me a first. Like, I think she'll realize from the last line, like, oh, you didn't.
No way. And she's always talked about, like, my kitty fursuit that I've yet to... I finished this fursuit to this point, but my kitty fursuit is literally the same level of done as this one. I just have never gone back to work on it because I'm lazy and stupid. But I think she's gonna love this because she always talks about my... Well, not always. She's not always bringing it up. But whenever we do talk about Kitty, the fursuit, which is, I guess, not a lot. But all the times we talked about it, she always been like, oh man, that's so good. I wish I could make fursuits that good. I'm like, oh, it's not that good because I just use a base. She's like, no, it's really good. I would love to have a suit like that. So now I finally have this suit. And I think she's going to be really happy to have this. I don't know. She gets pretty emotional sometimes. So I really hope she loves it and is super happy and excited. But she gets I don't want her to, like, cry. I'll be happy for her, and I know it would be, like, happy tears, but I'm just like, I don't feel bad anyway. I didn't mean to, like, overwhelm you. I hope she likes it, though. I really do hope she likes it. I think she'll love it. I'm pretty sure she'll love it. We'll see. Oh, and here's the, back of the head with the, little hole in the ear. I might need to trim around. I don't know. But either way, I want to add, like, the piercings here. I don't know how, I guess I'll probably just do that with, like, I don't know, I'll figure it out. Hey guys, so there's a problem. I'm hoping to finish up, Petunia's Fate fursuit today. I'm nearly done. I just gotta do the back of the head and the neck. Well, at least so I thought. Turns out, I just got off the phone with her. The ears are supposed to be dusty rose, not purple. And you might be wondering, how did I find that out? Well, I just asked. If a fan drew your character, like, what color is your character's ears? I was looking at the reference photo, and she's like, oh, yeah, they're dusty rose. And I'm like, would you be upset if a fan had drawn you a fan art and their ears were purple? Like, would that ruin it for you? And she's like, no, but they are kind of like a dusty rose. And then she's like, and I almost got caught because she was like, but don't they, normally I feel like people just, like, use the color picker. I don't know how they get the wrong color. And I'm like, ugh. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I was gonna draw you a picture, and I never use the color swatches, ha ha ha, which technically is true. I don't ever use the color swatches for my characters. Everyone else's characters, I absolutely do, but for my characters specifically, I already know the rough idea of what their colors are, and I'm super lazy, and I just want to get things done, so I just make the colors, like, sorta accurate, or, like, as close as I can get on the fly. But that means I kind of think I might have to go over these ears in the airbrush and make them a little, dusty rose. Some more work for me. Alright, so real quick, I decided to remake her eyes. Like I said, the one was ripped, but I can't find the pink Sharpie I used to color the eyes. And I do have a pink paint marker, but it's slightly a different shade, so if I only did one, the other one would be mismatched. So I'm just going to remake them both. And this time, I'm actually properly tracing the design, because the reason these ones ripped was because I cut them as, like, a box, and then I wanted to trim off the circular edges, which I normally don't have to do with my cat masks, because this eye mesh melts really easy, so when I put in the lining, it all just flattens out. But I'm not doing that for this one, so I was just like, oh, I'll just trim them off. And then they ripped. So we're doing this a little differently, so they have no chance of ripping, since they're already going to be pre-cut out, which I probably should have done from the beginning, but oh well. And boom. I like to cut them out and then glue them in and then color them, because if I try and just color them normally, I always put them in lopsided. I find it so much easier just to cut them out first. There we go. Let's color them in. Alrighty, now the pupils. Alright, and there we go. Now the only thing left to do is spray it with Mod Podge. Alrighty, I just finished up the hood. I patterned it off of the same pattern I used to make Zach. I sure hope it fits. Here's what it looks like on the outside. I'm just gonna airbrush this gray so it matches up with the general pattern. We'll see. Alright, would you look at that? Now all I have to do, really, is make the neck on the front. And I'll be golden. Let's see how it goes. Alright guys, I pretty much have the head done. I just need to add some, like, hair, like she has in there. The whole back of the head has been dyed the proper color. It's looking really good. I really like it. I was super scared when it dried it wouldn't look good, but I actually think it turned out pretty good. Eye dots. We got the little things here, little nose. It's looking pretty darn good all around. The grand reveal. Look at that. All that. I just used a paint marker, brushed it out for the hair. The fur, like I showed earlier, it brushed out real nicely after it dried. I just painted on the fur with some acrylic paint mixed 1-to-1 with water. I've done that before on a bunch of different things. You just apply it, wait for it to dry, and then brush it out, and it's super fine. It's soft and all that. Yeah, so I dyed the back. Look at that, all super cool. Here is the suit on. I think it turned out really cute. I really hope Petunia will love this. I think it looks just like her character, besides the ears being more purplish than Dusty Rose. But whatever, I think it's fine. Here's a more, like, in-depth. I think it looks good. Alright, it's like 20 minutes till she gets here. And this is the present. The cool stuff's in there. This candy's actually a trade because she has a cool slush that has plastic stuck under the eye, which for most people would be not ideal, but for me, it's perfect. And I wish to have him, so I'm going to trade that. And then we got the letter, which I really thought out the letter. I really hope she likes it. And there's the present. Let's do it. Hey guys, it's Zach here from the future. I just wanted to do a quick apology in advance. One, for the awkward censoring. There wasn't really a good place to record, so I had to make do. Second, I want to apologize for both of our incredibly heavy breathing. This was the first time we've seen each other in person since last year's convention. And literally 30 seconds before this, she hug tackled me nearly to the ground. We didn't really have much time to, catch our breath because we had to rush over to the convention. And we were already running late. So, you guys are just gonna have to deal with it.
Dear Petunia, you are my very best friend in the whole world. And from the very first moment we really started our friendship, when we just so happened to be going to Motor City for a car.
Breathe.
The exact same convention we are about to go to right now. You have been nothing but kind and caring. When I was depressed, you had my back. And when I got better, you were right there waiting for me, ready to catch me on our favorite topic. You are my closest friend in all the universe, and I'm so lucky to have you in my life. Oh, me too. And I think that the universe is very big because we never thought we even met each other. Just one million. When you had a school project to make a handmade pin, you wanted to make a period symbol, but you were hesitant because you didn't want to be bullied for your identity. And even though you were scared, something in the universe helped you.
Breathe.
That day, and you probably wore that pin in your bag even outside of school. I did. And I was somehow pushed by the universe to find you. My dad teaches classes all over the place, and on one particularly big class, he asked me to help him set up his material and tool. I very rarely go with my dad to set up classes because they take 4 whole hours to sit through. And even though I absolutely could have declined and had for a long time, for some reason, something out there in the universe pushed me to make the decision to be helpful this time. And because of this, when I sat down to the rest after the class was all set up, and all students sat down, I saw you! In all the classes you could have done, instead you went to ours. I remember finding you interesting because I could tell from the way you talked that you were probably a lot like myself. And after the class, right after, as all the students were leaving, I decided to look at your bag, see if I recognized any characters on your pin. Then right there is when I saw your very own handmade Therian pin. Normally I was shy and wouldn't have said anything, but something out there in the universe pushed me to be brave, and I told you I liked your pin. We talked and created YouTube channels, and because of that, you were able to find me when I just so happened to go to the very same convention as you, which is where we truly started to connect as friends. It's such an incredible butterfly effect that even led us to meet in the first place, so I can't help but believe that this had been the work of the universe itself. The fact that we've been able to met at all must be fate. And since we were on the subject of fate, I would highly recommend you open your present because I really want to see you wear it. And I hope it will be an accurate depiction of your very own OC of the same name. It is truly adaptable.
Open it up. And also, I know you love to hug me, but don't tackle me because I will definitely fall into the snow.
Why? Oh my god!
I know you're excited, but make sure the poor neighbors.
Oh my god!
I don't want them to think you're being murdered.
Oh my god!
Voice down, voice.
Oh my god! No one!
I've been asking you secret questions.
You have!
The purple ears, I didn't have time to fix that. Don't cry now, don't cry. Alright. I gotta end the video now. I don't wanna...